Hey, so this is a tape and trade review of NEO on December 30th. This is how I put a trade together for NEO. Pretty much there was good news, very good earnings. Um, we see there was a lot of volume, and this is what put this trade on my radar and on everybody's radar. So as you can see, the pre-market um, pretty bullish, hitting that $3 resistance, psychological resistance, and perhaps also daily. I don't remember. Let's check it out again. But um, but yeah, as you can see on the 1 hour chart, there was a breakout, definitely bullish. Um, so a lot of bullish signals plus the news. I was just waiting for a pullback. Plus, this is super oversold. Look at this thing. It just went all the way to $10, all the way down to almost a penny. It's like a penny stock. Huge downtrend, lower lows, lower lows, lower lows, lower lows. Higher high, finally, higher high. So still on the macro was still on downtrending until it finally broke that around this area. Um, so then we have the news that day, and we're above the volume profile resistance volume. We're here at the $3, which was not just the psychological, but was a very important level on the daily. As you can see, it acted as a resistance here, resistant breakout, retest of the level, couldn't hold, gap down below the level. So all these actions you see in the daily, it's indication that that was an important level too, right? And or an important area, let's say. So plus minus some sense. So that was the important level to watch. That's why I had on that color. I haven't changed anything since that day, guys. I've been on a holiday as well, New Year's and all that. So, um, so yeah, this was my main level of interest. I was gonna watch anything that happens. If we start holding above $3, I remember having here my resistance at 320 and potentially making a trade between that 310 and 320. And likewise, if it couldn't hold and it starts downtrending and showing weakness under 3, it would have been a gap in crap. So I was just gonna short this. So we're gonna review the trade, and in advance I apologize because I have a newborn and he's just crying all the time, and he's been crying while I was trying to record this, and it's just I've been trying to mute my mic, and sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. So you might hear a newborn crying in the background, and perhaps my wife asking me to do something. So I'm just embracing it. I really try to get it out, but it will still be there, and that's fine, guys. Just I hope you can bear with it. And so yeah, let's go to the review. Okay, so there we go. There was a break of the $3 important level. There was some rejection at 315, support at VWAP / pre-market high, and from there is we'll go. I was waiting for a nice consolidation / pullback for a long entry. I definitely missed this breakout, so I was looking for an opportunity. All right, so looking at the level 2. Let's see here. Well, look at that huge seller right at 18. Yep. I got bought. I got 20. Big seller. 20, 13, 13,000. Sorry, 1,300. Boom, boom. There's a big seller there at 20, as you can see, in comparison to the beat, but it's getting bought out, so it got bought out. Then going to 23. Okay. So, yep, good. 23, 24. A lot of selling, as you can tell, on the ask. Big size, but keeps getting bought. Like all this green that you see in big size, like 16, say, it keeps getting taken out. So I wouldn't buy at these prices. Like I'm definitely waiting for a pullback. So You see some support here on the tape at 300 at 11. Huge seller. There was a 64,000 going. See this wall at 25. There we go. Stepping down. See a lot of size there at 25. Big wall at 25. A lot of selling at the bid. And big size, that's probably a good short signal. See, and it's increasing. The size is just increasing here on the ask, so it's not even going down. And people hitting the bid, so it looks like a bearish signal. But I didn't take that trade. So now support there at 20. Support at 19. A lot of buyers there at 19 and very small selling here at this level. Let's see if these guys are getting taken out. Yep. Now the sellers are stepping down. Let's see if this guy is reducing in size. Okay, no. People stepping in front of him. Did you see that? People stepping in front of this 320. They see a big seller, so they're stepping in front of it. These two huge sellers are 320. People stepping in front. Boom. They got taken out. There, support, big buyer. Oh, big seller too appearing. Those big sellers. 21. Are being bought out apparently. Let's see if this number decreases. The 483. Yeah, it's getting decreased. 395. People step in front of him. Bigger size on the bid. Pretty even right now, the 20s. Hitting the bid a lot. People step in front of this 18 support. But still we see a wall here at the 20s. People step in front of that 20. A lot of support at the 18. Getting eating out, as you can see. Yeah, it got eaten out, all that red that you saw there. So let's see. It seems like there's no big buyers on all the way until 11. Only 2 digits here on the bid and 3 digits here at the ask. It was. They're coming the buyers at 15. So I was waiting for a pullback at least to VWAP. That's what I remember. And plus the psychological number, the 310. That's definitely what I was waiting for. It could have been this 15 due to this resistance turning on support, but VWAP is right there, so why not, right? So plus didn't see anything like super crazy on the tape that would tell me otherwise to go long. So big wall of sellers at 22 again. Keep refreshing those sellers. A lot of selling at the bid, 21. That wall at 22 is still there and selling at the bid. Showing support, showing there at 19. Pretty light on both sides right now. Big seller at 21. Big seller at 21 again, in 20s. The buyer at 19. Oh, look at all those sellers at 22. There is a lot of selling at that level at 22. So that will definitely discourage the longs. And let's see all that selling that happened at the bid. Big size at the bid. So now it breached finally. It's getting at the 15s. Buyer stepping at 16. But that was a short signal. Just that seller keep refreshing at 22. You saw that wall size refreshing. They keep getting bought, and there's more selling. They bring more shares. So there's some support at 18 and 19. So pretty even right now there. Selling at the bid. A lot of selling at the bid. Big size. So let's see if that 19, 20. But you see the tape, all these sizes at the bid and ask, they just oscillate between 3 digits and 2 digits. I've seen Neo tape go all the way to 4 digits. So I think I was waiting for that too. Big resistance at 20, as you can see, all those 3-digit walls. Selling at the bid at 19. Those walls, yeah, people step in front of the wall. All those 19s, 18s. Oh, look at all that red on the tape. Now support stepping at 15. Some 3-digit walls there at 15. Let's see if they're decreasing on size. They're increasing actually to 400. People stepping in front of them. So definitely some support at 15 as well. So maybe starter. I didn't take a starter. I was waiting for something more significant on the tape, I believe. So let's see. I was waiting for that VWAP plus 10 psychological number. Why not $3? Because it was underneath all the two VWAPs, the VWAP with pre-market and without pre-market. Okay, breach finally 15. So now it's coming all the way down to the level that I was expecting. Let's see if it offers some good tape action that could give a signal, a bullish signal. Oh, look at that 4Ds at 10. That's when I enter. Ben. So huge 4D buyer. People stepping in front of him. We've seen some green on the tape. Do you see those 2 4D buyers? Unusual, right? That's what we look for, guys. Like an unusual tape. And I was expecting that because I've traded these before. So that's important too, like tape familiarity. Like every stock trades differently, right? So we are used to different volume on each of these tapes. So the Tesla tape is going to be different than the Neo, so and you got to have an idea of relativity, like how much usually trades versus, and that you'll put in perspective, right? Like how much it usually trades in volume on the bid and ask that you see there on the tape, and um, and how much the tape action is at the moment that it's hitting your level. So, or your area, right? That could have been an area, honestly, guys. It could have been the 315, maybe. If I see that heavy buying at like 4Ds, like I was saying, and a lot of green on the tape. But yeah, and I believe I took this trade with a stop of like half an ATR. So what was the ATR here? The ATR for NIO at this point in time was 0.02. Too small, like, so I didn't take half my ATR, right? Probably. Oh, I'm sorry, it's 0.8, 0.08, so like 8 cents. So when I start, I rounded up to 10 cents. So my stop would have been like 5 cents, definitely. So like 305. Yeah, I know there's still some VWAP there, but depending on the tape, depending what I see on the tape, maybe I could have added. Possible, and just take the 310 like as a starter and just build a position. But generally speaking, that's what I would have done. Actually, what I did that day. I'm sorry. So see the tape again. Just going back to that thickness. Well, thickness, right? Like 3-digit walls. Trying to remember my right stop for NIO. He actually, I think it was 1 cent. Actually, it was a 1 cent stop because, if those big 4-digit orders were taken out, yeah, that was a pretty bearish sign. Or if that, not even if they got taken out, but if that buyer left, yeah, that would have been pretty bearish. So I would have sold right there. So yeah, I mean, let's see what happened. I don't want to keep you guys hooked. I told you before, the ones that I enter, like, yeah, I see the tape, but I would not change my plan. I have my target, I have my stop, and despite of what I see in the tape, very rarely I'll make a move until my target and my stop gets hit. So yeah, I'll stop here and let's see what ended up happening. So boom, let's just stop it. Let's get out of here and let's go all the way to the end of the day. So what ended up happening? Oh yeah, of course, parabolic move. So look at that. Here is where we were entering our trade, and look how it went. So yeah, guys, that's the lesson pretty much. Just be familiar with the tape of a stock. And I'm not saying you have to have trading these a lot, but it can be relative to the intraday too, because it changed per day, volume changed per day. So if you started trading this early and you are looking at the tape and you see all that volume, like 2 digits, 3 digits on the big NASDAQ, and all of a sudden 4 digits at the level, not just anywhere, but at the level, like VWAP plus psychological number and intraday resistance turning out into support, we have a confluence, we have a trade. And again, guys, this is a confluence of things. This is how we put a trade together. It was also the news, great earnings, the chart, it was super oversold, and the good news, we were at level, confluence of signals like VWAP, intraday resistance turning support, psychological number 310, tape strength, unusual tape. So we put all those together and we have a trade. So yeah, that's it, guys. I hope you find value and learn something today.